This is a political show. I must do a bit of politics with you. You're an early supporter of Jeremy Corbyn, who's had a bit of a rougher time recently. Just give us your assessment of the man now.
I have always admired him and trusted him, I suppose, which is not something you can easily say about many politicians. I think that it's difficult to make an assessment of him when there has been such a sustained campaign against him. So there's a lot of anti-Corbyn propaganda, and there's a lot of excitement. Most of the media, the 85% that one would probably call right-wing media, do their best to tell you every bad story about him. So it's a little bit difficult to get a picture of him. I personally wish that he had been clearer about his position on Europe.
A Brian Eno today, aged of 18 or 20, wanting to have a bit of time off to try and find what he was going to do in the world, probably wouldn't be able to. You'd have to work. It wouldn't be the national assistance, as you call it there.
Absolutely. I'm very aware that I was the product of a very particular point in English history when there was a kind of socialism, actually. It's called the golden age of capitalism by economists, but actually I think it was the golden age of socialism. A system that was generous enough to say, if you're out of work, we'll look after you for a while until you find out what you can do. I was so lucky, I realise now, because so many of those things don't obtain any longer.
Brian Eno, it's been great talking to you. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
And Brian Eno's Apollo Atmosphere and Soundtracks has just been reissued in an extended edition with a full disc of new material.